Day or night?
Night.
Book or film?
Film.
TV show or movie?
Movie.
Scary or funny?
Funny.
Tarantino or Scorsese?
Scorsese.
Draft horses or warm bloods?
Warm bloods.
Did you like my research on that?
Nice touch.
Dog or horse?
Horse. God.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome back to the Mo Show. Episode 15. We are still, this is actually the final episode here at the King Abdullah Economic City Golf Course, Royal Greens. It's honestly a pleasure to introduce this very young lady to you all. Since 2012, I remember following her career. I was super impressed because back then, females weren't really, exposed in the world of sports in Saudi Arabia. She's part of the Saudi Equestrian team, winning a bronze medal at the Youth Olympic Games, also a winner of the Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al-Maktoum Sports Awards. She's also a chairperson of the Athletes Advisory Committee to the Saudi Olympic Committee. I would like to welcome Ms. Dalma Malhas.
Hi Mo, thank you for the intro.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for coming. How was your day today? Did they run you around the grounds? Were you walking with the golfers? Did you get some sun?
Yeah, I definitely got some sun. It's an amazing event. I think really, we expected it to be amazing, but it even exceeded our expectations.
It did, indeed.
And definitely got some sun, yes.
Yeah, I can see. Quite tan.
Yeah.
The course is pretty nice. You'd think you're in Europe if you didn't know any better by the quality. I actually spoke to a player earlier, and first time in Saudi, and she was like, the course, unbelievable. Like, she was like, I can't even imagine how much it costs to the upkeeping of it, watering of the holes, the irrigation aspect of it. So it's always a pleasure just to be here in nature and all that. Your background, I want to know, where did you go to school, and just a little history about Dalma when she was a youngster.
Okay, so I grew up in Jeddah, and I started riding at my mom's equestrian center before I could even walk, basically. And
at the age of what, 2? You were on a horse?
Well, yeah, I'd go on pony rides, go on horse rides, but lessons officially started at 4 years old.
Okay.
And I loved it. Ever since I started, it was really amazing. And
your mom was big on horses, huh?
Yes. She was a horse rider herself, and she founded the first proper professional equestrian center
in Jeddah.
Yes, Trio Ranch.
Awesome.
Yeah. So honestly, I was very lucky to have it easy in that sense. So I was already halfway there at 4 years old.
And what kind of role does she play in your life today? But before I jump into that, you when did you decide that you want to really take this seriously, like represent Saudi in horseback riding?
When I was 8 years old, my mother asked me, she said, how far do you want to go with this? She never forced me. She always gave me my independence. She always taught me to think for myself. And she said, okay, if you really, want to dedicate yourself and go really big in the sport, then I'll invest in a pony, and can get your own private pony. And if you promise me to, stay dedicated, and it's a big responsibility.
It is.
And
an investment as well, I would imagine.
Absolutely. So I have to say, when I was 8 years old, I decided
that's when
I wanted to go pro.
Fantastic. Amazing. And you haven't looked back. I heard of you back in 2012. Something happened in 2012. Is that was there it was an Olympic event, Asian Games, was it?
In 2010, I won a bronze medal at the Youth Olympic Games in Singapore.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say that my journey started there, because it was really a stepping stone to top sport.
Okay.
It was Youth Olympics. It was amazing.
Since then, have you just been training a lot abroad? Is that where you do your training outside of Saudi?
Yeah, I'm based in Europe. Well, pre-corona we're talking,
pre-corona,
right? Pre-corona.
Everything's changed.
Everything's changed, exactly. So I'm based in Europe. I was based there for a very long time, for 15 years. But the past 2 years, I've been competing in the Gulf as well, in Diriyah. It was amazing to be able to participate on home soil. Really a feeling like no other.
That must have been nice,
really amazing. I mean, I've ridden the World Championships, and my nerves for Diriyah were like out of control. The World Championship was a piece of cake.
Come
compared.
on. Yeah. Being on home soil, the family were out there,
the
friends.
family, exactly.
Everyone
but
supporting you.
Definitely worth it, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, I started doing the winters in the Gulf, so Diriyah, and then the tour in the Emirates, and then from March till around October in Europe.
Has the sport, would you say, on a local level, has there been more traction, more followers, more supporters, people buying into, what's happening in the world of equestrian?
Well, I'd say the sport in general in Saudi, huge developments. I mean, huge growth. Look at this event. We're here today with world-class players. Like as you said earlier, it's even better than abroad. And the same is valid for equestrian. In the next month, we have international competitions, and in Europe, everything's blocked with Corona. So, and they're world-class events.
Yeah.
So I have to say, it's a great wave we're going through. Big transformation.
Yeah. How demanding is it? How fit do you have to be, to participate in equestrian? Does it require a lot of fitness, physical fitness?
It requires fitness mentally and physically. I think it really teaches you how to be strong. I mean, we're there training, days, hours, months, weeks, years, and then we train for one moment. In the ring, it's less than 2 minutes.
That's it?
So you have to make it count.
And how many months are you training, gearing up to that 2 minutes?
My whole life.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
so
but
I can see what you mean by
no pressure, no diamonds, right?
Amen to that. God, I'm sweating just from hearing that. 2 minutes and all that preparation that goes into it.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. Was it just last year that Saudi women were allowed to participate? Was it as recent as just last year to participate with the men in the equestrian sport?
Well, equestrian sport in general is one of the very few sports where we both compete against each other, right?
Yeah.
And last year was the first time I managed to ride and participate on home soil, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
And we were competing against each other, like any other international event.
Mm-hmm. It's cool that because in the Olympics, I noticed that males and females are together on one team, and I'm pretty sure it's the only Olympic event where it's both male and female on one team. So there's an equality element to it, which I think is pretty refreshing. From what I've seen.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And it's the last World Championships. It was Simone Blum, a German rider. Mm-hmm. She beat us. She beat everyone. So it really is big on equality.
Yeah, that's nice.
Anything can happen,
Yeah, it's wow. It's I'm still stuck on that 2 minutes thing that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Plans for 21. I know the Olympics has been pushed. When will it be? God knows. But is that on the cards for you? Do you see yourself pushing yourself to join the Olympics?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Join the Olympics, do the best I can, and we have to be ready. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, but prepare, and just whatever happens, be ready. So that's the plan.
There's an old saying that success is when opportunity meets readiness, and inshallah the opportunity will come. I'm confident of that, and I'm also confident that you're going to be ready for it. So inshallah you see success when the Olympics do start.
Thank you very much.
I mean it.
Appreciate it.
So you say you train abroad. Now that women are allowed to practice here locally, do you see you being you coming back home and training on home soil at all? Would that be in the plans?
Yes, definitely. I mean, while during the winter season, I'm training and competing here, and also in the Gulf. So definitely part of the plans. And the way the sport is going, like I said, I mean, mashallah,
it's moving.
Yeah. It's really moving, and we're really lucky to be a part of that movement.
Yeah. We're all really proud of you. What's the hardest thing about the sport? Any scary moments you had? it's a little dangerous. When I watch it on TV and, the horse is jumping a 2-meter fence, I'm like, ooh, and then they land. I'm like, oh, thank God, she's still on, whoever it is. Any scary moments for you growing up and career-wise?
I think falling off is part of the sport, but what I love the most is the adrenaline rush. I think, when I jump, when I'm in the ring, it's pure freedom. It's really the only moment that's really mine.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. Freedom. I mean, a friend of mine from Kuwait rides as well, and she says the same thing. Like, nothing gets her adrenaline pumping as being on a horse, especially when you're about to, go over that jump. It really, puts you on the edge of your seat.
If you ask me, there are a lot of equestrian disciplines, but show jumping for me is the best,
Show jumping.
It really gives you a thrill.
Yeah.
Dressage is for people who are scared to jump.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that, but it's true.
And since the age, how old were you when you had your first jump?
I think I was 4 years old.
When you jumped?
Yeah.
Across over a fence?
Yeah. I don't like putting any limits.
Oh, I didn't know that you can go from such a young age. That's refreshing to hear.
Why not?
Why not? Absolutely. Yeah. See, I'm learning so much as I go along. This is a world
you
I know
should try
about.
riding once.
I'll gallop. I think I don't know about jumping.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah.
What about one of your better moments? Your most proudest moment in your career?
Wow, I have to say I'm really lucky to have so many, but also I don't like to stop and really put a label on my favorite one, because I hope many more will come.
Yeah.
And even bigger ones. So
Inshallah. I trust that they will. Yalla, Olympics coming.
Inshallah.
Just down the road.
No pressure, huh?
At all. No pressure. So I wanted to know, since you're so, involved in the sport since a very young age, do you ever look and notice mistakes that riders do in the world of equestrian? They're like, you know what? No, maybe they shouldn't have done that, or maybe they should have done this. Is there a common mistake that happens that you see?
I think mistakes are a great opportunity to learn and improve. If everything was perfect, then there would be no growth. So definitely yes, and I like to take them as a learning curve.
Learning curve. Yeah, good answer. I noticed there was a big cup early this year. I think it was in February, March. $20 million race, King Salman Cup. I think it was called Saudi Cup, presented by King Salman. That, I think, is a testament to the country wanting to invest in the space and really seeing it take off, going back to how, we want to go back to our roots and all that. You hear about those prizes in those sports at the Dubai World Cup, etc. The fact that Saudi's entering that space, when you saw that, where you're like, oh, yes, finally, where we're seeing some traction in the world of horse racing in Saudi.
You know what's amazing, Mo? We're here and we've been speaking for less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're already mentioning so many world-class events, that we have in Saudi. And the Saudi Cup was an event I really wanted to attend, but unfortunately I was competing in the Nations Cup. I was competing myself. Okay. So although that's racing, and I'm a show jumper, I really wanted to attend, and I hope to be able to, be there
next year.
For the next year. Exactly. Exactly.
Space is hot,
Absolutely.
And it was packed. The stands were packed. People were really into it.
Well, everything. Everything we've seen after. The coverage, everything, the reviews, everything was amazing.
Yeah, super. I honestly thought that it was an event taking place somewhere out of Saudi until I saw the king show up. I was like, oh my God. I was so happy. I really was.
Amazing.
I think you came to mind, honestly. I'm like, yes, finally, a platform that is being invested for girls like Dalma, who can now be recognized and just to see some growth in that area.
Who knows? Maybe I'll try racing.
Maybe.
Probably be useless, but we'll try.
We'll
try.
Absolutely not. Did you drive here today? You driving?
No, actually I was driven, but I do drive, and I will continue driving.
How do you feel when that was announced? Were you excited with that?
Amazing.
Move? Yeah.
Amazing.
Freedom.
Big time. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Good changes.
Cinemas. It's like dreams are coming true. It's unbelievable.
I know.
Unbelievable. It feels so surreal,
It does.
Everything happening at once at this pace. Amazing.
It's the only way to do it, I guess, just let's just make all the changes that we want to see in Saudi.
Absolutely.
And alhamdulillah, it's happening now at a pace that nobody could even believe. Did you get a chance to go to the cinema? Is that something you do?
Well, actually, I have to say, while I've been here, it's been busy, and I'd like to, I really wanted to take this time during Corona to focus on things that usually I don't have the time to do. So the cinema was not one of them.
Fair enough.
Hopefully I will get the chance.
They did a good job there, honestly.
Yeah,
it's
I
up there
heard.
With the best in the world.
I heard, but I've been really working on things and planning, doing strategy.
Yeah.
Usually I'm always running around, like traveling from horse show to horse show. So I really wanted to make the most out of this tiny break. You know what I mean?
I think you deserve a day off at some point.
Yeah.
Are you happy? You consider yourself happy?
Definitely. I'm very happy, very grateful, very lucky, and I believe that we make our own luck, and I'm exactly where I want to be. Alhamdulillah, and I'm gonna keep working hard to stay there.
I love hearing that. It's it takes work to get to where you want to be. Once you are, and you put in the work, you put in the hours, you sacrifice. How could you not be happy?
I think once you have a clear idea of what you really want, you're halfway there.
Yeah.
So the rest is just execution, which is the easier part.
Yeah. What advice would you give a young girl who wants to enter the world of show jumping or horse racing? Just the next Dalma Malhas. What advice would you give her?
Wow, not so good at giving advice, but let's say that nothing is too big. Really, just follow your dreams and always be honest with yourself, no matter how silly you may feel at times. I think once you're really clear, then there's nothing in your way, really.
Yeah. Being dedicated, target, like with a vision. I think
exactly. It's easier. There's always ups and downs.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, wherever you are, there's always ups and downs. So it's part of the journey, and I think when you love something and you're really passionate, like you really embrace the journey, and it's not about an end goal, Yeah.
Passion can, passion is the key. I think, just constant work every day is, what takes you a little further.
Absolutely.
Seeing results.
Yeah, absolutely. No shortcuts, repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition is the master of any skill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The 10,000 hour rule is something about 10,000 hours of practicing.
Exactly. Exactly.
We'll bounce a few questions off you, all right? The this or that, all right? So just go off the cuff and say what you feel like saying.
Okay.
Day or night?
Night.
Book or film?
Film.
TV show or movie?
Movie.
Scary or funny?
Funny.
Tarantino or Scorsese?
Scorsese.
Draft horses or warm bloods?
Warm bloods.
Did you like my research on that?
Nice touch.
Dog or horse?
Horse. God.
That was tongue in cheek. Apple or Samsung?
Apple.
Rain or shine?
Both.
Run or walk?
Walk.
SUV or sports car?
SUV.
Would you rather be too cold or too hot?
Neither.
Heels or flats?
Heels.
What do you wear on a horse? Do you wear flats?
Actually, no. I wear boots, but I asked my sponsor to make a bit of a heel, like just not too much, just barely, because I hate it when it's too flat. He said you're completely crazy, but hey,
has it never been done before?
He said honestly, if I didn't see you ride, I'd think like this girl is just out. But anyway,
prove them wrong. So heels, all right. Flake or Kit Kat?
Kit Kat, definitely.
There's a new no plug whatsoever. Actually, you know what? I can't say that. Meat or fish?
Meat.
New York or London?
Well, I have to visit New York. I haven't been.
You haven't been?
No. I know.
Beautiful city.
I need that day off, right?
You're more of a Parisian, France.
Absolutely,
Yeah?
yes.
London at all? You like
I love London.
I find that I have a hard time whenever I'm in Paris.
Well, they say you're either Paris or London.
It's very true.
I'm both.
It's very true. I feel like whenever I ask a question in English, the second I give them my back, they're talking about me. I've got thin skin.
Well, Paris grows on you. I think it's a bit intimidating at the start, but
Been
you know,
5 times.
you get over it.
Nothing
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. Give it a chance.
I think you need to plug in.
You
like
learn
a
to love
month.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just stay in London.
Yeah. Okay.
City or suburbs?
City.
A week in the jungle or a week on an island?
Neither.
You'd rather be
On a horse.
On a horse.
Yes.
Are Arabian horses known to be the best?
For beauty, yes,
Is that
definitely.
the long hair and the
The
muscle?
tail, and they're absolutely, you know, stunning.
Yeah.
So Arabians are known for like
The world over, معروفين.
yeah معروفين للجمال, بس for jumping they're absolutely useless.
Warm bloods are the jumpers.
Yes, definitely.
Do you have a warm blood?
Yeah, I have a few.
Keep them in.
So my best horse is in France at the moment, and I can't really say my best horse. My favorite horse is in France, and
I'll make sure they don't hear the podcast.
So two. Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble. And then two. So I have one horse that just came in, and I have a few others. So with Corona, I kept a few here, and the best two were in France, and now I just flew one in.
Okay.
For the competition season.
It's a lot of logistics, this sport.
Way too many
The
logistics.
logistics cost, like, it's a real commitment.
Crazy. Yeah.
Mashallah.
Crazy.
If you're in it, like, you're in it because your heart, you know, you're
Yeah.
just blocking out all the noise.
Well, there's nothing else. When you're in it, there's nothing else. So you
Nothing else
just
you could do.
you have to love it.
Yeah, you sell all the cars.
Exactly.
I read an article that the most expensive horse at the Kentucky Derby sold for $70 million.
Mm-hmm. That's
Sound
racing.
about right?
Racing is even more expensive than because they bet, so there's more money.
Okay.
But show jumping is expensive enough as well.
Yeah.
So
Are they the more muscular ones, the runners, the fast ones? Are those ones that
well,
are more
those are very lean. You know, they're
Okay.
like really lean. The jumpers are a tad bulkier. I wouldn't say they're bulky, but compared to
Bulkier.
thoroughbreds, then they're a little bit bulkier.
Thoroughbreds is a kind of horse, or is it when the same kind of?
It's
You know what I mean?
it's a kind of horse, and they race. They're really fast. They're very lean and special horses, but amazing. Like they win races, and you know,
It's a big business.
very very expensive.
Especially out in the States,
Yeah.
Kentucky, they're crazy about
Yeah.
it. I have a quiz for you. You're too good. You're gonna get it. It's a stupid question.
Probably not.
Anyway, 10 o'clock at night yesterday, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get her on this one.
Probably will.
You will. What's the type of riding where a lady has both legs on one side of the horse?
English, right?
I think I got it. I got you.
You got me.
Side saddle.
Right.
How did you
In
not know
England, they
that?
do that. In England,
I never knew
yeah,
there was a
yeah.
race with 2 legs on one side.
I didn't know it was a
I've
race.
never seen
I didn't know it was a race.
The type
but-
of riding. Sorry, the type of riding with 2 legs on one side.
Oh, so I got you now.
You. Okay, we're not gonna edit that. We're gonna keep that in. It's 1-0.
Okay.
1-0. Highest jump ever in show jumping.
For me?
Anyone in the world. Then we're gonna get to you.
Well,
Do you know the record?
the puissance is basically a type of competition where there's a wall and it keeps going higher, 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 and pretty sure it's gone. I don't know exactly the record, but it goes up to 2 meters 20, 2 meters. It's like insane.
You're close.
So is it 225?
A little bit more.
230?
I can't believe it. A little bit more.
235?
More.
245?
Touch more.
2 meters 50?
247.
Wow.
But that's ridiculous.
Amazing.
That's-
Yeah. You can't see the other side.
I think this is 2.5 meters. You tell me a horse can clear this?
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
That's shocking.
Yeah. It's a special kind of horse, but not
I
all
would
horses.
love to.
Yeah.
Can I come see an event? of
Yes,
yours?
you must.
And
you
are
must.
you doing 2 meters? What are you? Sorry, what's your record?
No, so that's a special kind of class. It's
Just- okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
usually like Grand Prix and Olympics is 1 meter 65.
Okay, all right.
Okay, 1 meter 60, 65. So it's a bit
That's
more realistic.
Okay, yeah, no, that's my
So
eye
a bit
level.
a bit
like-
taller than me. But yeah.
Does it feel like you're in the air for a long time when the horse takes off? Do you know when you're in the air and when you're land? Like,
Honestly, for me, it's the best feeling in the world. So it's hard to tell. I try to stay up there as much as possible, but
It's like you're flying.
yeah, it feels like you're flying.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's your happy place, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time?
I don't have one. I don't have one actually.
Have you seen Seabiscuit?
No, because I heard it was very sad,
Okay.
and I don't like nostalgic movies.
Fair enough. Okay, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
Everyone who knows me is going to start laughing at this point, and it's just so it's so funny for it to come full circle and for me to admit this now in front of you. I have a problem with movies that have horses in it. It's a very weird thing.
Okay.
I think it's the Western element of it. Whenever there's a horse that pops up in a movie, it's a movie from long ago. You're not going to have any car chases there. It's not going to be very actiony. It's going to be like, you know, one of those movies of 100 years ago.
Right.
And I can't get myself to watch a movie, you know, with a horse in it. And then Seabiscuit came out 7-8 years ago that won a few Oscars.
Right.
And I have people like close to me, they're like, well, how did you not watch this movie? It's like one of the best of all time. And I'm like, you know, anything with more or less than 10 fingers, I can't. Anything with more or less than 10 toes, I can't. And anything, unfortunately, with horses, I cannot. I'm sorry, I'm coming clean. Maybe I give Seabiscuit a shot. I heard it's a good one.
Yeah.
But this is my honest truth that I'm telling you. Don't hate me. It's a very weird thing, and that's all that's weird about me.
Oh, I guess there's always room for improvement, right?
Definitely. Akbar Ma, you hit the 2 meters.
Well, inshallah.
For Tokyo,
You'll see it live. You'll see it
yes,
live.
okay. No, inshallah, I'll be there.
Inshallah.
If you could spend a year anywhere in the world disconnected from your phone and emails and just everything, even horses.
Whoa.
Sorry.
That's a stretch.
Okay, sorry. You can have your favorite horse. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you won't mention her name so the other horses don't get upset.
Right.
You'll have your favorite
His
horse.
name.
His name.
Yeah.
His name. Anywhere in the world, where would it be?
It wouldn't matter if you know I'm alone and then I can ride my favorite horse. Especially after this break, I haven't seen my favorite horse since March, so I can be anywhere.
It's true love.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know why Argentina just came to mind. They're big on horses there.
Yeah, they are.
Have you been?
Yeah, no, never been. I'd love to go.
So Argentina. All right, thank you for answering the question.
No, I didn't say that.
Kidding. Anything you want to wrap up with? Any words of wisdom, quotes that you like? Anything you want to put out there?
Other than the ones I've mentioned.
I need the one more besides Voltaire.
One more quote from me.
From you, any
from me. Advice,
yeah,
tip?
like last words, tip, anything you want to close with.
Tip is
it's your opportunity now.
Keep on improving. You keep learning. This is a part of the sport that I love, is that you never get to the finish line.
Yeah.
Ever. So you keep going. Never look back. Just forward. Does that work?
Does work indeed, definitely. Words to live by. Thanks so much, Dalma. Really appreciate you taking the time. I hope I didn't keep you here for too long.
No, not at all. Thank you.
And best of luck, inshallah. And I really hope that your dreams come true, and what you're planning to do in the near future with the Olympics come true. You look like a very dedicated person, and when you put your mind to something, you'll execute. So we're rooting for you, and I'm sure every person watching this, Saudi or non-Saudi, is rooting for you as well to have a successful push for the Olympics, inshallah.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's my honest pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.